getting the conch from the fire giant lord. Then, in that case, they would, if you manage to find or acquire all the pieces to this thing, I will tell you right now, you don't even need to check. They will just allow you to use the conch in appreciation.
Can you remind me what this thing is? It's used to kill a dragon.
I'm grabbing the notes for it right now.
I don't remember that. I remember the conscious. I don't remember this.
It was a number of weeks ago at this point. Let's see, where is it in my notes?
Hello.
Giant. Okay, so you have currently in your possession the Rod of the Vonendod. It's an adamantine alloy rod. It's sized for a giant, right? So it's quite large. And essentially what it does is it has the ability to cast a special version of the object spell that when it is detecting fragments of the Vonendod construct, its range is increased to 10 miles. The Vonendod is a colossal construct that was used against the dragons during the ancient war between the giants and the dragons. It is Vonendod in giant means Titan of Death, right? So this is some serious business. It was destroyed in those ancient battles, and pieces of it were lost during the battle. And now the fire giants, basically to try to win the favor of the giant gods and increase their rank in the ordning, are trying to find all the pieces and put it together. And the piece that you all have in your possession, it's like a part of the arm, I believe, is currently in Sam's like extraplanar space that he gets. Yeah. And that is like right around.
Also, keep in mind, if we try to get all these pieces, I can't fit them all in my little ring.
Yeah, your best bet might be to like locate, because they're really heavy and really big. So your best bet in that case might be to locate them and find some way of marking the locations.
It's only a 10-mile radius search though with that item.
Yeah, so it would probably take a long time because like if you look on this map, right? Let's see if I can even. 10 miles is about that.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, this might not be a viable idea.
I mean, yeah. So maybe finding all of the pieces isn't because it would take a really long time. And they aren't even necessarily all concentrated around here, but that it is a good point that you do have a point of leverage over fire giants. Right.
Unless they find out.
You have at least one piece, and you have their tool for finding the pieces.
Well, the Oracle did say that the Cloud Giants would probably be easiest, so we can try that first, and if we fuck it up...
You want to grab the honey mustard?
If anything, taking what the fire giants were using to try to raise their rank can be leveraged with the cloud giants as well. Like, hey, we'll give you this locator that the fire giants were trying to use in addition to one of the pieces of the things that the fire giants were trying to find.
Yeah.
That is also a very good
bargaining chips.
Yeah.
I mean, if the cloud giants agree to help us, maybe they'll like fly. Like, we might not need to worry about the broom thing. Maybe they could get us up there, you know?
Well, we're gonna have to meet them somewhere if they're not on the ground. But yeah,
a few of us could go up or something.
We'll meet them at the halfway point.
Yeah. We'll find a really tall mountain, right?
Yeah.
And just shout up.
Sweet.
All right. So you all, just for clarification, you all leveled up. You're level 8, and you took a long rest. So we're all fresh and we're ready to go whenever you come up with a plan, I guess.
Here's an idea to kind of kill two birds with one stone. I feel like if we're going to Cloud Giants, we would look really impressive on griffins as opposed to brooms. And if we have to travel to, where was it? Where the griffins are? Fireshear?
Fireshear is all the way over.
Yeah, on the coast. If we have to go there, we can at least on the way there look for the pieces of the, I forget what it's called, because I mean we'll be covering a lot of ground. And if we're just checking a 10-mile radius the whole way, we could at least possibly cover a decent amount of the spine of the world in that search.
I think we'd just be wasting time though, because we know that the cloud giants are going to be somewhere nearby that I can't remember.
The Evermores.
The Evermores, yeah. So they're like we're going like 300 miles in the opposite direction to get these griffins.
Yeah,
let's just go for it.
Yeah. Let's just go for the Cloud Giants.
Brooms.
Okay, you're gonna. Okay, so
brooms might be more impressive. Anyone can ride a griffin.
All right,
not everyone has attended Hogwarts.
Okay, there's risk, you're saying, with riding brooms. Something I never considered, the risk of falling off brooms. Can we fashion some kind of chair?
Or a parachute. Or a parachute.
Parachute, that's a good
I think
idea.
a parachute is more doable.
Wait, Sean, what were you going to say?
Do you? Well, my question was if you're gonna make a check if you're trying to fasten some kind of chair.
Okay, I mostly just want to create some shoddy system with like a belt or something to make it so it's hard to fall off.
Yeah, you can do that.
And I don't know.
How do you do that?
I have 50 feet of rope. I say we all lay in the middle of it and just tie the rope around us a ton of times.
Okay, so yeah, we have 2 brooms. Let's just tie Breeze and Daisy to the back of these brooms while me and Dan fly them.
Yo, and we are effectively like a what's it called? God damn it! What's the Power Rangers thing?
A Megazord.
A Megazord. We can just spin around on the broom and unleash all of our attacks at the same time.
That'll be really impressive for these giants.
I think this could be one of the most effective battle methods that you've ever seen.
Well, that's something.
Breeze, how big are you?
I'm like human sized.
Like Shaq sized or like
tiny?
What kind of human?
Not like a giant person. I'm like, I don't know, like 5'10".
What's the dude who hit Justin Bieber? Blake Griffin.
Not an athlete human, just a normal human.
Okay. So it's like tying Josh to the back of a broom.
Sure.
To the back of a pickup truck.
What does tying?
Oh, by the way, I can teleport myself into my room. That might help with the whole transportation.
If we tie us to the broom, we would just have no chance of falling off.
Or
that's true. Yeah.
Or I'm still in my very comfortably furnished ring extra dimensional space, and you can just like carry me.
That's true. I could totally do that.
And then if we just tip it vertically, we have the ultimate spinning death machine.
Oh wait, you're talking about tying the brooms together?
No. The people. So we'll have on either side of the broom, like back to back, and the broom is in between their backs. So you tie the ropes tight enough, and then the
So now the broom is like a double, like a shared jet pack.
Exactly. Literally, that is a perfect description.
I mean, I'll allow it.
I mean,
and then if you just,
I don't know what that gained you, but
so wasn't the risk that we would fall off and like if anything went wrong?
I mean, that is true. Yeah,
trying to fly there faster.
We definitely don't need to be thinking this hard about how we're getting there with.
How about I just go into my little ring and
let's just follow my plan and move on. How about that?
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, so
that was a joke. We don't have to. I was memeing.
So yeah, Sam, how exactly does your ring work? How many people can get in there?
Only me.
Only you. Okay.
For now.
Oh yeah, it's like later on you get that ability or something.
Yeah, so only me, but I can teleport myself into the ring and then I can chill there for I think as long as I want. Oh no. I can stay into it for a number of hours equal to double my proficiency bonus, so I can be in there for 6 hours.
Cool.
And then I
Hey, Josh is back.
I don't know what was going on. This webcam being moody.
Being weird.
Jeez, Cam,
I'm
you skip.
Well, let me let me tell you, you missed nothing.
No, I mean I was able to hear everything.
Oh, okay, cool.
I just the
Am I
camera
wrong
was.
in that joke?
Okay, so all right. The plan is to use the brooms to fly up and try to find the castle in some capacity. What are the safety precautions you're taking? Cameron, you're first. Your broom. What's happening? Who's on your broom, and what are the safety precautions? You're in charge of your own broom.
Okay. Well, here's a Featherfall logistics question.
Yeah.
If someone's tied to me, do they also Featherfall?
Featherfall targets a bunch of creatures.
Well, I have a ring of.
Oh, yeah, that is a good question. Then hold on. Let's see. Ring of Featherfall.
Does it just cast a spell? Then it works the same time.
It's just while I wear
No,
it.
it's just while you wear the thing, you descend 60 feet per round and take no falling damage.
Well,
So
if you can carry
I will
me.
say, if you're tied to them, right, they're gonna be like pulling down against you. But I think it makes it like you can't fall faster than that. So effectively, yes, they will also be affected by it. They might take some damage, or the rope. They're maybe like to hold onto the rope, or for the rope to not snap would be the only thing, because they're falling like 10 times your speed.
Okay, so me and Daisy are homies. So Daisy, you just want to hop on the back. We get tied together, and then if we fall, we're not going to die.
Okay. Dan's walking away. He's the other broom.
I'm still here. I'm just,
Okay, yeah. You're so Daisy and we're assuming that Breeze is gonna be in his ring. So really that leaves Mannequin and Tony. What's your setup on the other broom, I guess?
I mean, do you just want to ride it with me?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right,
I
awesome.
feel like we'll be fine. Maybe we can tie ourselves to ourselves, like you tied to me and then I'll tie to Broom.
Word.
That works. Okay. So, all right, everybody's set. So it is. Let's take a look. Cameron, how are you navigating the group down to the Evermores? Right. So if you look at the map, you're at the Temple of the Allfather, Eyes of the Allfather, right? The Evermores are mostly south, but you could basically, I mean, I guess you could all fly. Anyway, you could just fly the entire time, but Sam can't be in the ring that entire
hours a
time.
day.
Wait, why can't he be in the ring? What?
He can only be in there for 6 hours.
A day.
And how long on brooms does it take us to get from like Eye of the Allfather to Nesme?
To Nesme. Let's see what your speed is on your broom.
I think is it 50?
It's 50, but over 200 pounds, it drops down to 30. So I'm gonna say, well, I guess you can keep the 50 if Sam, with Sam in the ring. So in that case, we're going 180 miles
Times 5 tomatoes.
travel pace.
Thanks, Ken.
A little bit faster. Let's call it. We'll say you can get 40 miles. So it's still a couple of days is the bottom line, right? Like,
so we're going to be needing to make stops for Breeze. So I don't know. Let's go this way, then directly south.
And then directly south?
towards the Frost Hills / Mithril Hall area.
Okay. Sounds good to me. So, roll a D100 for me. Okay. The journey is actually pretty much uneventful. Are you planning on where are you planning to stop and rest? I don't really care in the mountains, but like you have to rest probably somewhere around the Frost Hills and Mithril Hall and stuff. Are you planning to actually stop in Mithril Hall or just set up camp outside somewhere?
What would I know anything about Mithril Hall?
Mithril Hall, I think you actually do know something about. Let me double check. Locations. So this would definitely be coming from Tony. Mithril Hall is the ancient home of the Battlehammer clan, which are shield dwarves. Mithril Hall is not really like a city, less than like a vault, a fortress. It has these massive stone doors that seal its entrance, and then and some of the most battle hardened defenders waiting to keep people out. Brunner Battlehammer used to be the king of the Mithril Hall until he set out to reclaim the lost dwarven city of Gauntlgrim. So he picked his successor to be a woman named I swear to God, Dagnabe Waybeard. It's spelled like Dagnabbit.
No, that's her name.
Yeah, we'll stick with Dagnabbit. Dagnabbit Waybeard, who now rules Mithril Hall as
It's like
queen.
Ticonderoga.
Mithril Hall under Queen Dagnabbit has become a strong member of the Lord's Alliance, which is sort of the military group that now protects Waterdeep, Neverwinter, basically all the major cities on the Sword Coast.
Doesn't totally sound like the place where we can just pop in and spend a night at the inn.
Probably not.
So I mean, probably camp on the hills.
Okay,
That makes sense.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
At some point, I don't really know how this works, but I would want to try and reach out to my patron and just like see.
Yeah, you've got genie things going on now, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see how we'll make a persuasion check.
I rolled double that.
Oh shit!
Okay.
That was on an important roll.
That's you love to see it. Give me 1 second here. Meanwhile, what is like your process? Like, how do you actually go about trying to reach out to your patron? Assuming this is like at camp, maybe everybody else has gone to bed.
Yeah, I don't really know because I don't really know how I've communicated with them before. I assume we've communicated because somehow I made a pact.
So before it felt more like you were just talking, kind of thinking things through yourself, and it was one of those situations where you would feel like, so you were sitting there. I believe this was after things sort of no, this is before things like fell apart with your group, right? This is, you kind of gained power and not power, but like became a stronger soldier during this. So it was one of those nights during training, you were struggling a bit, and it sounded like your own sort of inner voice but everything around you went sort of cold. So you didn't. They found you. You didn't find them. If that makes sense, is the main thing. So you don't actually have and you have not corresponded with them since. You didn't even know really what you were signing up for. You know what I mean? Like it was more of vague. Like you wanted these things, and then suddenly you woke up and could do these things.
All right, then I probably wouldn't try to contact them because
You just wouldn't even try at all.
So yeah.
Okay. I'll don't worry. It's coming, Sam. You'll be it'll be fine. I still want to let me finish looking at where is it? Okay. So anybody else doing? Oh, I was looking at the Frost Hills. That's what I was doing. I'm all out of sorts. 1 week off. I haven't run Dungeons and Dragons or played Dungeons and Dragons in a week, and I'm a mess now. Apparently.
Perfect.
Fine.
I'm drinking iced coffee at 7:24 from a giant bottle. So you're cool. You're in an alright place.
I'm still working.
What?
Yeah. I hate my life. It's great.
What is your job?
My job has been hijacked, so right now I'm doing a bunch of extra other stuff. But normally my job is to aggregate data on like stocks and stuff, and then publish it out on our system.
He works for the Bloomberg campaign.
Yes, I was the one who bought the vote in American Samoa.
Okay, so when you go to camp, so it's in these hills, and you can see there are these forests both to the east and west, but the area you're in besides the hills are pretty clear. It's just grassy hills. And you feel like very, as you have basically throughout your entire journey, that there's nobody else around at all. As it gets dark and you start setting up your camp, alarmingly close to you, you see a bunch of other fires start. Like definitely within a mile. 3 or 4 of them. Not like organized, like they're all not together, but there's some entity that is camping out in these hills. You don't know if they're hostile or not, but just relatively incognito. You didn't even see them as you were passing through. It's up to you if you would like to just rest up or investigate.
Kind of want to investigate.
You don't?
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, I'll do it. I was gonna say let's just rest, but I'll do that.
I can make myself a gaseous form and just kind of float over and see, and then come back.
Gotcha. Nice.
So I'm just gonna gaseous form myself.
Yes, just form yourself and take a look. So let me double check. Yeah, make a perception check for me. Also, let me look up how gas works. So as you go to approach the closest of these apparent camps, it just disappears. Like you're staring at it as you're going forward, and then you blink and open your eyes, and there's nothing there.
Oh shit!
We're in the Frost Hills right now. Sorry.
You're in the Frost Hills right now, yeah.
Okay, if I start like turn around and floating back, and then I like look,
and then you like try to look.
Still gone.
Yeah, still gone.
Shit.
And then another one lights up, closer this time, but further to the west, maybe about 200 feet away from you.
So closer to us, but not the same spot as any of the.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna float over that way.
Okay. So you're getting closer and closer. You're about, we'll call it 30 feet away at this point. And it's not actually a campfire. It is like, it's more like a small light that is floating there that has the warmth of a campfire, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And then it goes and starts moving at you at a pretty rapid pace.
Oh shit.
And I mean, do you do anything?
I'm gonna start slowly floating away at 10 feet.
Oh yeah, you're really slow. So it goes and it zooms directly through you, just passes through you, and then you turn around in your gaseous form. I don't know, and it's gone.
All right.
And then another one lights up.
I'm going back to the camp.
You're like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Not gonna be able to play keep like whack-a-mole with fires while I'm a gaseous form.
Okay, so what do you tell the group when you?
Is everyone else asleep or are they awake?
I think this is still awake at this point. We'll say.
Like, these are weird magical fires that keep disappearing and reappearing, and they're pretty close to us. I feel like we should be concerned.
And what do you want me to do about that?
I don't know.
We can set a watch, but yeah,
That much. I guess we just alert watch, which we were gonna do anyway.
yeah, maybe we'll have 2 people on watch at a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heighten things.
Well then, who's taking the first watch? I guess. Is the
I
question.
will.
I can.
I
Take
don't
a
need
walk.
to sleep.
Yeah. Danny doesn't need
That's
to
true.
sleep. So maybe it could be Mannequin is on watch, but then like the other person rotates or something, or it can just be Mannequin or whatever.
I'll wake y'all up. You'll be fine.
Cool.
Okay, so then everybody, it takes a while at this point, everybody, this is maybe the first time that's not true. When you first all got together, resting was quite perilous, but it's been a number of weeks since then. This is kind of the first time you've been going to bed feeling uneasy in a while. Mannequin, make a perception check for me.
Oh boy.
Holy shit.
America.
All right. You get the sense you're just sitting there and you do, obviously you don't doze off, but you do zone out on occasion, right? Just sitting there by yourself. But you do notice, you're like, wait a second, I think these lights are getting closer.
I go, hey guys.
There's probably at this point, looking around, 10 of them.
I wake everyone up.
Okay.
And I show
At this point, I think I'm going to need everybody to just roll initiative.
Oh Jesus!
Nice.
Should we bother like getting our tokens or anything, or are we just?
No, that's okay. Oh, but it's gonna be weird about it. Hold on. I can go like this and add them. Oh my god, I have so many things open. Select.
Well, just hit no. Oh, do I need my token to do that? Command?
I'll make it work. It's gonna be okay. Turn.
I tried to just do the hashtag initiative, but I think I
Yeah,
need the
it won't
token
let you if you
selected.
don't have a token selected. Add turn. All right. Sam with an 18. Josh with a 7.
Eight.
Dan with a 5. And 8 for you, Cameron, you said?
No. I'm saying how.
Oh, just on your character sheet, click the
Oh,
initiative
okay.
button. It should be
I'm
like in the
doing the
top. I think
hash.
it's in the top left.
I was doing the hashtag initiative.
Oh, yeah. It won't let you unless you have a token to select, which is
Yeah,
annoying.
no, that's exactly what you guys.
It was an 8. I guessed correctly, though.
Wow, that's crazy.
What am I missing? Oh, mannequin with a 10. 10. Let me go like this. Dun dun dun. Put it there. Okay.
I'm gonna stop working for the day. I'm gonna stop.
Hey!
Stop. Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. It's been 12-hour days most days.
Oh. I'm dreading the 8 hours of talking to me. 12 hours, Jesus.
Yeah, well, mine's not always talking to people, which is good.
It makes me think of my banquet serving days where I was working like 5 12s a week. It's nightmarish. It's painful. I understand.
Yeah. Luckily, I took off Friday this week and next week, so it's a little bit of break. But
Yeah.
So Danny, as you go, you turn to go to wake everybody up. All of the lights go out.
Oh
And
shit.
then I mean, so we'll say it's like
I want to wake everyone up and then
Yeah.
run towards the nearest light.
where you like just remember it being.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they get an opportunity attack.
An opportunity attack. Oh no. Oh dear. That's not what you want to hear.
It's not all that scary, don't worry. Hello? Game?
So wait, when that opportunity attack
Actually, it's not
happens,
going to take the opportunity attack because it doesn't want to become uninvisible.
okay, that's fair.
You do sense though that you feel like you're running by a bunch of invisible forces.
When that happens, when I first notice that, can I take a stab towards where I think it might be?
Yep, make an attack at disadvantage. Uh, 10. Oh, that's 7.
Oh wait, can I ignite my sword first?
Yeah, sure.
I forgot that I had it.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Oh, but you do have 2 attacks, I guess. So 10 natural 1 obviously does miss.
Yeah.
I need to go like that. Okay. Are you making your second attack or no?
Yes. God damn it.
14 will not hit.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll say, I know this is a little bit weird, but we'll kind of start now with, so like, we'll call that almost like a surprise round kind of thing. It's not actually that, but like Mannequin wakes you all up. Now we're at the top of initiative. Breeze.
Oh.
Do you have armor that you have to put on?
I think my AC comes from mage armor.
Mage armor. So okay. So what would you like to do? You obviously know that there are these entities in the area because Mannequin woke you up. But you can't see anything right now.
You can see my flame ignited in the woods.
All right, then I guess I just cast my mage armor.
Okay.
And wait.
Okay. Danny, you're up again. Just now we're actually sort of in order.
All right, I'm gonna take another swing.
Miss.
Yeah.
Miss.
I've just been counting up. All right. Okay, it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, no, I'm done.
Okay. Daisy, same thing. You're watching literally you kind of Mannequin yells to wake you all up and you're blinking your eyes and you see Breeze's mage armor go on and you're watching Mannequin swinging wildly at what seems to be just air.
I cast visibility on myself.
Oh my goodness. Now everybody's invisible. Well, by everybody just you and them, but still.
Everyone.
Nah, I don't know the enemy. I'm gonna wait until I can try and figure out who it is. And
Anything
sneak
that's
attack if we can. So it'll go away after an hour, I think, or
after
if
an
I
hour
cast
or
another
if you cast another spell or make an
Yeah.
attack. Okay.
And I'm gonna, I don't know, can I like ready like a dodge?
Dodging would be an action.
Okay, all right. Then never mind.
Yeah.
But let me shoot a bardic inspiration die over to Mannequin.
Okay. All right. Nemo you hear it suddenly, Mannequin, you hear some positive words coming from seemingly nowhere. And you're almost gonna say like it's an invisible creature, but then you recognize that it is in fact Daisy, invisible a couple feet away from you.
You're beautiful and strong.
Nemo Winterbelly, same thing. You know the deal at this point.
Maybe I'll just hop up on my broom above the ground level, like maybe 10 to 15 feet up,
Okay.
just so that I can be not on the ground if they reappear. Like, how tall were these?
How tall were they? They're just like, I mean, you haven't actually seen them up close.
Yeah.
They were able to give off enough light from far enough away to appear to be a campfire.
Okay, I'll go 15 feet up in the air, just on my broom, prepped to do something.
Okay. Oh, wait. I messed something up somewhere along the way. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Somehow
I think you made
Daisy-
Josh go before me, but it
Yeah.
was supposed to be the other way around. But
It's
really
all good.
doesn't
Wait,
matter.
can everyone see the turn order?
I cannot.
No, there's no
No.
turn order. I just saw that Josh had a 7 and I had an 8.
interesting.
I cheated.
It's all it's
didn't care
I mean it's no big deal. It'll be fine. Tony's up. I don't know if Dan's actually hearing. Oh yeah.
So my AC is 12 right now because I'm assuming I take off my armor to be able to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab my sword. And I guess I'll just go as close as I can to Mannequin
Okay.
and just try to figure out what's going on. If I find out that people are invisible, then like I'll start trying to listen for.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Da-da-dum.
So the problem is normally there is you can get a good idea of even where an invisible creature is by sort of listening for their footsteps, right? But you listen and it is besides the sounds of your own companions like getting up, getting ready to go, no sound whatsoever.
Okay. If that's an action, then I'm done. If not, I'll try to ready a dodge.
You can ready a dodge. That's fine. I'm okay with that, I think.
Thanks.
So $22 to hit, Cameron.
That hits.
All right, you take 11 bludgeoning damage. You just suddenly feel like you've been slammed from the side and you stumble, not expecting the blow at all. You turn to face your supposed attacker, and there's nothing there.
Fuck, man.
20 to hit.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This invisible entity literally uppercuts you.
I'm
Another
in the
14
air.
bludgeoning
This is
damage.
happening in the air.
Yeah.
It's like when Patrick beat himself up.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Yeah.
Wait, you said 14?
Yeah. So 11 and then 14.
Okay.
And we're back to Breeze.
What the fuck?
So I just witnessed.
Yeah, you definitely you
Come through the
hear Nemo cry out, and then like you watch as like it looks like it's sort of comical. He's being beaten up by an invisible creature.
I fucking thought I was
You know,
smart
it's gonna
going up
work,
in the
but
air.
I'm gonna just like cast. I'm gonna try and cast a spell magic, and just like on the general area where I just witnessed Nemo get hit from, and I'm gonna
Okay.
spell whatever's there.
How does the spell magic work?
So my spell slots are 4th level. So any spell of 4th level or lower just ends. Anything else, I have to make an ability check.
Unfortunately, it doesn't have any effect.
It's not a spell or magical effect.
It's It definitely doesn't work on the. Okay, let's see.
Well, actually, yeah, I don't know.
I will tell you, the creature is inherently invisible.
Rip.
So yeah, no, it might work on the on other things here, but on that specific entity, unfortunately, there is no effect. Anything is a bonus action.
Bonus action.
Does it dispel the broom? I don't think so. No.
I was aiming like space next to.
Next to it. Yeah. Any movement or anything though?
I'm just staying right where I am.
Okay. Mannequin number 5.
Feeling as infuriated as a mannequin can be. I swing again. I stab again.
Okay.
God! And then I remember I'm an idiot. Activate my fighting spirit and then attack again.
So now it's just neutral, right?
Yeah. God! Everything is pain.
Wow. Just glorious. The dichotomy between Danny's Avernus character that I don't think has missed an attack in 10 sessions to this is incredible. Nemo, you can feel the presence right next to you still. He's muted. Well, I'm still going to describe it. Like can feel the presence of this creature next to him floating in the air, almost taunting him. Well, we'll just do it this way. Daisy, do you have anything that you want to do while we wait?
I kind of want to So can I assume like I saw Nemo get smacked?
Yeah, you definitely saw Nemo get.
I want to toss powder or like dirt or something where I feel like that came from to see if it'll outline a shape of the invisible thing. Would I be able to do that and test for stealth to not be seen doing that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Make a stealth check.
One sec. For fuck's sake.
Okay, so that
What are these rolls today?
All right. So, but you do you throw this you literally pull out like a chunk of dirt from these hills that you're in, and you toss it up in the air and you hit Nemo with it a little bit, but you also do just for a second you can see where it makes impact with this creature. It isn't necessarily like the shape of like a person. It's more legitimately just like a floating entity.
Okay. Is it like
But you now know its exact location for sure.
high off the ground? Is it like does it seem
It's
like
right. It's right next to Nemo, like alarmingly close to being like maybe like 3 inches away from his face. Like just no fear at all.
Okay.
Cameron is typing.
Would that be my
I'm
action,
back.
or would I be able to attack that as well?
I feel like that would probably have to be an action.
That's fine. No, I kind of figured. Let me just
Yeah.
see if there's anything I want to do as a bonus action real quick.
Okay.
Because I feel like I want to keep an eye on that spot. But like
Okay.
not be directly next to it. But I don't think I have. Am I okay? I might. Oh no, I can't do that as bonus action. Okay, I think at this point then. I think I'm probably just gonna give another bardic inspiration die. This time I'll give it to Breeze.
To Breeze.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'll kind of just
So
keep
now
an eye on that
Breeze
spot.
and
Yeah.
and Mana can have them.
And in my cute whisper to Breeze to inspire him, I'm gonna tell him about, hey, look right next to Nemo where this dirt is.
Let's get this dirt bag.
There's a dirt bag.
Okay. Back up to Nemo now. So yeah.
Okay, so I left for a
so
minute to grab.
yeah, Daisy threw a bunch of dirt up, so you can see this entity is like right up in your face, like 6 inches away.
And I can
It's just
see
an
that.
invisible force. You know their location there. The attack is still going to be a disadvantage. They're invisible, but there is no chance of mistaking their location.
Okay, then I'm gonna freaking attack him
Okay, roll to hit.
with my short sword.
Uh, 11 is not going to hit.
All
But
right.
you have not been able to successfully. Well, Danny's highest was a 17, I guess, right? Oh no, that was a disadvantage, so it was a 10.
Second
So
attack.
14. Second attack.
Oh,
14 is
Planar
not going to
Warrior.
hit.
Shit. I can't do anything.
This creature
else.
hasn't actually gotten to do much yet, but just morale-wise is kicking your ass. Tony.
All right. Did I notice the creature by Cameron at all? Or
Yeah.
was I
You
preoccupied?
know. Yeah.
Okay. And did I get any sense of its size?
It is a medium-sized creature.
Okay. Then I'm gonna grab my broom and my cube of force. I'm gonna fly up right next to Cameron and where I believe the creature is.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna, if I have an action still, activate
Yeah.
cube of force so that no living creatures can pass through.
Interesting. No living. Okay, so you're essentially trying to shield Nemo with it.
I'm trying to corral that invisible creature in with
Okay.
both of us so that we can tag team.
Gotcha.
it's hot.
So okay, wait. So the cube of force, it can't leave the area now. Is it like on top? I'm not understanding. Maybe.
So it generates a cube 15 feet per side.
Yeah.
That just springs into existence. So anything inside of it can't exit. Anything outside of it can't enter. It just can't pass through that barrier.
Got it. Okay. Very nice. All right. But you're also both inside of it.
Correct.
Okay, cool. I think it's gonna just attack Cameron again. It doesn't really have much else that it can do here.
Damn.
You see it sort of rotates around Nemo a bit. Not in any like meaningful way, but like it's just like doesn't want to be in the same location it was before. And then we've got a 23 and a 15. I think only the 23 hits, right?
That's the sky that you hear right now.
Thunder.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes, the 23 hits, the 15.
Okay, it's gonna be 12 bludgeoning damage. It just gets you right in the gut. Okay. This. All right, this is gonna be gonna be wild. Mannequin, I'm about to throw a lot of numbers at you.
Okay.
So before you can react, suddenly there are like 5 of these lights that glow up all around you, and you're engulfed in this light. And then little bolts of lightning come out, and we've got
Cameron, fuck.
If only that happened last
Neither hits.
neither
30
hit.
seconds ago.
Edit. Let me get the settings right here. That makes me mad that it resets all the time. Always whisper, please. Okay, and then 2 more. No hits. Okay. So yeah, so they all try to shock you, thinking that it would be a brilliant move. You know, you're some sort of mechanical thing there, but just has absolutely no effect on you. You literally just stand there and take it and don't care. And then they all are going to immediately try to, let's see, what's their movement speed? Fly 50 feet away from the group, so as far as possible as they can. You can take an opportunity attack against one of them if you want, Danny.
Okay, I will.
And they are now all visible. You can see there are these glowing orbs of light. They're will-o-wisps. You know that now. 27 absolutely hits.
18 damage. Yay.
Okay.
Oops.
Cool. Noted. Okay. And then we're back around to Breeze.
Can that roll count that I clicked by accident? Because that was what I was going to do.
Sure. Hell yeah. So you are trying... What are you trying to hit?
The thing in the sky.
The thing in the sky? Okay. So 22 absolutely hits.
And I'll use my Genie's Wrath.
Yeah.
1d6. Or no, it's not an extra 1d6. It's an extra 3. Just 3.
Okay. And then you have more blasts, correct?
Yeah, I'm going to fire again. Just 1 sec. There we go.
18 will also hit against this one.
Pow.
Okay. Yeah, so just 2 of these blasts come out, and this creature clearly would like to have run away at this point and repositioned, but can't because of this cube of force, and it's stuck there. And you just pop it 2 times with the Eldritch Blast. There's no way of knowing how much damage you did to it, but I mean, you did some damage. Mannequin number 5.
So how far away is the closest one to me?
The glowy things, 50 feet. The whole thing in the sky is probably, I don't know how high Cameron said he flew up.
I'm gonna Wand of Wonder.
I said like 15 feet.
So like 15 feet up. Okay, you're gonna Wand of Wonder
The
at
closest one to me.
so the thing in the sky. There's basically a bunch of these glowing lights now that attacked you and then flew away, and then there's also the permanently invisible creature up in the sky, essentially.
So I can't target the one in the sky because he's invisible.
Does it say you have to see what you're targeting?
It It says the target can be a creature, an object, or a point in space within 120 feet of you.
Then yeah, you can do it.
All right, I will do that then.
Know its location, right? It's just you can't actually see it in that 5-foot square, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what happens?
Let's see. Lightning bolt! Hell yeah! I get the best
Oh, wait.
rolls.
Oh no. Wait.
Oh wait.
Are me or Cameron in that line? Is the question.
Nah.
I'm gonna say one of you two are. Let's roll a d2.
It's not me. That's what I know.
No, it's gonna. Okay, so it's gonna be Tony. So Tony, also make a dexterity saving
declare.
throw. I don't know what the save is, Danny.
Oh wait, I have to pull it back up. So it's 8d6. Okay. There's 5 and there's 3. And the DC 15.
15. So that's a success. So Dan, you're gonna just take half of that.
Sweet.
So 11, I guess, right? Yeah. And then let me make it for the creature. They actually fail, so they're gonna take the whole thing. I do not like being caged in like this for sure.
Am I able to leave this at this point or no?
I don't think you can. You are a living entity.
Yeah,
Am
you
I?
can't leave it. I can dispel it.
No.
Action, I
You
believe.
should keep it. You should keep it.
Nima, you just so the shock of lightning blows by you, hitting Tony, but also this creature, and for a second you can see the sparks literally like coming off of this invisible entity right next to you. What do you do?
Well, I mean, I can see where it is, so I'm just gonna freaking try to attack it again.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Ooh.
Okay, so unfortunately it is still at disadvantage, so it's not the crit, but the 18 does hit.
Word.
So what is that? 15. Very nice. Second attack.
Wait, why'd you say 15?
5 plus 10.
Oh, wait, yes, I understand. Okay.
Wait, but didn't you know where it was because of the sparks?
You always know. Okay, this is Dungeons and Dragons rules being dumb. You always, unless the creature is specifically hidden from you, you always know where an invisible creature is in terms of where they're, like if there was a grid, what space they're on.
I see.
Invisibility gives you two things. It gives you the ability to hide anywhere, to attempt to hide anywhere, and makes attacks against you at disadvantage and your attacks at advantage. That's what invisibility gets you, rules as written. It's kind of dumb.
Gotcha.
You know what? It's dumb enough that I'm gonna say fuck it and give him the crit because the lightning.
Hey!
So I need to add another.
Thanks for
5
questioning those rules, Danny.
I got you. With
Second attack.
with my rapier, I get the disadvantage because I have to stab precisely.
Yeah, it's kind of
But
weird.
if you're
Right?
just like swinging,
And then another 13. Nice. This thing is looking rough. Daisy,
Is it looking rough? I wouldn't know.
you wouldn't know.
Okay, so I'm just trying to remember what like the layout of where everybody is. So Dan and Cameron are like in the cube,
In the
with-
cube, 15 feet above you. Yeah.
and then all of like the will-o-wisps
The
are
will-o-wisps are 50 feet away from mannequin at this point. So we'll just say 50 feet away. But they are still lit up. You can still see them right now. They have to turn their invisibility on and off as an action. So
Okay. Does it look like they're fleeing or
make an insight check.
is
I don't know how you would get a read on these things, but we'll see. No, they're not fleeing. They're
Alright, so
getting
they're coming
space to but
Okay. In that case, I want to use for the first time my Clee liar. I don't know how you would pronounce that.
it's up to you.
I'm gonna call it like Clylyre, right?
Okay.
And I want to use it to create wind wall. Would I know? All right, so like smaller flying creatures can't pass through the wall.
They are small. Yeah.
Okay. So would I be able to kind of create it in a way where it would separate all of us from those will-o-wisps? I don't know where
Absolutely.
I'm gonna do it then. I don't really have a quick like a macro to trigger it, but let me just see.
Well, I can just look up the spell. I got it.
I have it right here. So each creature within its area must make a strength saving throw. The creature takes 3d8 bludgeoning damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful. Do I add any bonus to that?
No. Okay, so they just have to make some strength saves.
Yeah. And so
I don't think
the strong wind keeps fog, smoke, and other gases at bay. Smaller flying creatures or objects can't pass through the wall. Loose, lightweight materials brought into the wall fly upwards. Arrows, bolts, and other ordinary projectiles launched at targets behind the wall are deflected upward and automatically miss. Creatures in gaseous form can't pass through it. So it's like 50 feet long, up to 15 feet high, and a foot thick.
Okay. There's some combination here that's optional, right? The important thing here is that they all have a -5 to their strength saves. So I rolled for one of them when they rolled a 2. I'm just going to say they all fail. So give me the damage instead of rolling 10 saves that are all going to be. Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh.
Okay. What is?
So it can also be in. You can
Wow.
like make it any shape, as long as it's continuous. So I kind of I think I want to like weave it around so that like Danny's protected, but it's like kind of separating us from them.
All of the lights go out, and
Oh,
not in a
boy.
good way for them. They are all dead. They had 22 max HP.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Very well played, Josh. Nice.
That
Thank
was
you.
sick.
It was good strategically, and then you rolled really high and killed them all anyway.
I think
I
that might be like the highest roll I've gotten on an attack this entire campaign.
Yeah. Well, anything is bonus action?
We still have that other creature, right?
Trapped in this cube of fours.
I can't really do anything, but I'll give a bardic inspiration die to Nemo for that one.
To Nemo. Okay. And then Tony.
All right.
I assume you're gonna hit this thing.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So roll to hit.
Here we go. Ooh, the -5 is there. That's so cool. Oh yeah, I took a feat, by the way.
Oh yeah. You took.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to turn off that -5.
So it's wait. Let me see what the macro is doing. D20 plus 5. Okay. Anyway, they all of those both attacks hit is the bottom
Sweet.
line for right now.
Oh, is that great weapon master?
Yeah, so it would add 10 damage to each attack
Each,
if the
so we're
-5 is applied.
Yeah. So that puts us at 45
Yeah.
damage. Well, it's dead.
Oops.
Okay. All right. Great weapon master. Anything else on your turn?
I guess that's it.
Okay. Well, this entity that is about to appear now is apparently very foolish. They thought that they did not think that is how that was going to go. And Sam, I told you it was coming. If I just go like this. Oh, you can't see it. You're not on the page I'm on. If I go like this, do you see it? Did that come up? No? All right.
Let's see the map.
It's a genie.
Oh well.
Whoa.
Unfortunately, though, because you just destroyed all of his creatures, I think he's just going to cast Plane Shift.
Oh,
He makes direct eye contact with you, Breeze, and there's like not that like he knows you, but like recognition, just recognition of
Like I am like you.
yeah.
Is this an air genie?
Yes, yeah. I'll
Counter
go.
spell is the spell I would cast if I had spell slots left.
Oh, okay. I was like, holy shit. Let me just go like this. I'll put them on this map. Boom. This is what they look like.
Oh, cool. Does that mean my character is gonna have a sick beard?
They can if you want them to. But yeah, nobody else has counterspell, right? Nobody's trying anything. Okay, so poof, there they go.
Gaseous form.
Wow, 45 damage. Okay.
Well, I can cast etherealness.
Okay.
If I want to follow him. Does that theoretically work?
Only if he's in the ethereal plane.
Yeah.
That is only if he's
probably not. He's probably going to the plane of air.
Okay, I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay. Well, all right. Remove all turns.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Things go quiet for a second until that silence is broken from a loud what sounds like a cry. Cameron, make a intelligence check. Advantage. All right.
I'm not your guy for this.
Good preface.
Oh, okay. So, maybe you don't know. It's clearly so the cry is coming from the south, and it is literally echoing through the hills past this mountain that Mithril Hall is on. I think you like from literally from the Evermoors, it is echoing. Let's see how many miles it is. Yeah, over 100 miles away. You can hear this loud cry / roar. It sounds like a young dragon.
Yo, keep it down.
It did not travel as far.
Huh.
And that's how it goes for the rest of the night. Every couple of minutes, this howl. It sounds like it's in pain.
Jeez.
I mean,
Let's
I guess
not
it's up to
address
you if
it,
you
guys.
want to finish your rest or not. Or if
Well,
you want
how far, that's another day's journey away.
it's
right?
another day's journey away, right? So like you're not gonna make it. You're gonna have to rest at some point anyway. So and do we stick to the plan in the morning? We rest up, we keep heading south?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm even more
The
interested in
entire
this
time, sometimes there'll be a break for a couple of hours. Sometimes it'll be like constant. Yeah, it's just I don't know how else to describe it. It sounds like a young dragon in horrible, horrible pain. Let me.
Did we
go ahead.
essentially do a long rest after that?
Yep. Yeah, you can long rest. So at this point, you travel. I guess it's still. We'll say going fast. In the next day, with using the brooms, kind of to keep sort of optimize your speed. Almost, you by the end of the day, you find yourself in the Evermoors. The Evermoors are. Let me get the description of them for you. it's a vast unsettled area of fog shrouded hills. It's interesting. It's as if there is sort of a relic of lost civilization, right? As you travel through, you will see like a old crumbled tower, castle ruins, those kinds of things. But for whatever reason, no kingdom or government or city has sort of taken over this land, even though there is a very important trade route named after it that is directly south, right? Evermore Way. Oh, whoops, ping it. It'll let me. There we go. Right. Everland, which is a pretty major city, and all of these places around. The Evermoors itself are not populated, not settled, I guess. You still, at this point, you being this close, you recognize that the dragon's cries are coming from up high in the sky.
Oh man.
Even honestly, once you passed, you intersect with what's it called, Robin Road or something like that. Yeah, here or wherever you do, and you cross that river. It sounds like it is basically directly above you.
Can I look up? Is
Yeah,
it directly
make a
above us?
perception.
Perception.
Unfortunately, I think it is probably too high to like make out anything useful. The in terms of dragon, you do see that there the day was, I mean, the area is foggy, but the sky itself was actually incredibly clear until you got to a specific point and you look up and suddenly the sky is covered by numerous clouds, large clouds. And like, you know how like normally clouds, like a bit of light still gets through? These clouds seem to be solid. I don't know if that makes any sense. They're not like dark like storm clouds. They're white clouds. I'm not smart enough to know the different kinds of clouds, but they're white clouds, but like are not, no light comes through whatsoever.
Well, it
And
couldn't be related to
those
the cloud
clouds
giant.
seem to be the same place that the dragon roaring is coming from.
Clearly, this has nothing to do with our objective.
No way.
How high up approximately are the clouds?
About 10
How
feet.
high are clouds? Occur between roughly 10,000 and 60,000 feet.
Okay, I'm not doing anything to
Oh, wait. Below that is the home of mid-level clouds. Okay. Which generally occur between about a mile up, let's say.
5 tomatoes.
Yeah.
All right.
So they're pretty low hanging.
So do we fly directly up with our brooms?
Yeah, man, I'm down for that.
What else is there to do?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
What decisions did we make while I was gone? I'm sorry.
So as you travel, I didn't notice when you actually left, but as you travel down, you're now like into the northern part of the Evermoors.
Okay.
The dragon roaring continued, and now it sounds like it is basically directly above you. Sam looked up and saw that there are these clouds about a mile up that they're not storm clouds. They're like they're white, like they nice looking clouds, right? Except they appear to be like completely solid, like not gaseous, like seemingly no light is passing through. Like it's almost when they pass by the sun, you were like suddenly it's nighttime. It's complete darkness kind of thing.
Oh wow. Okay.
So people were talking about flying up to investigate.
That seems like a plan to me.
Hell
it is
yeah.
a plan. Very astute.
I tried.
Okay. So, in your previously decided arrangement, you're all going to fly up on your brooms. It doesn't take. Let's see, how long does it take to get up there? Not that long, I guess, right? It's kind of weird because you're flying almost straight up at this point. So at a certain point, you kind of take an angle and then you're gonna loop back, and you break through that first set of clouds to see. See if I get good art of it. A castle.
Oh my god. That looks like a phone background I'd have. Can I save this picture?
I believe you can.
That looks like a phone background.
That looks like that's a good sentence.
It does. It looks like it's so pretty. It's so visually pleasing.
Because
We'll say at this point you're about 500 feet away from it.
That's sick. I'm gonna email that to myself.
Damn,
Do we see the
dragon?
And it is clear you hear the dragon cry come from that tower, that castle. At this point, you're so close at this point. It is so loud. You feel like the force of it is going to take you off, like push you off the broom.
Oh wow.
I stay on the broom.
What would you like to do?
Continue to approach, eh?
Yeah.
Agree.
So as you approach, you see from one of the sort of the side platforms, out come a bunch of griffins, and they come out and they start to circle you.
Should we try
I
to
knew we should
befriend them?
Damn.
They don't seem hostile necessarily yet. They're just circling you, and then eventually, well, let's see, Griffin.
I'm just reclining in my
Like
nice
talk or something.
furnished ring.
Yeah, you're just hanging out. Somebody make an animal handling check for me.
I'll do it.
Cam, why would you do it with 0 whiz?
Oh, I don't know.
I appreciate the confidence, though. That's the important thing. I'm just organizing. The most you can tell is that they are trying to sort of direct you to a place to land. You can't really get a sense of like their level of hostility or anything, but they are trying to sort of corral you almost to a certain part of this castle to land.
Yeah,
Do we
okay.
want to just land where they want us to land?
I feel like we should. We're guests here.
Uninvited guests.
True.
But yeah.
They didn't immediately try to knock you out of the sky, right? So
They didn't attack.
that's a good first step.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second here while I organize my life. So they bring you to what essentially. How does this work? This is so weird looking. Please roll 20. Okay. So you can see that you watch the griffins, the ones that are sort of leading you there, land on one of these clouds. And looking at it, you can see that there's actually a staircase up to a sort of bridge that connects to the rest of the tower. This cloud is sort of separated from the rest. Up, made out of clouds. So the griffins land. Do you follow them? Do you also land?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. Well, then in that case, they will lead you up these stairs.
I'm gonna pop out of the ring now.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then, and the stairs lead up to a sort of a main gate, essentially. It's decorated with a sort of a loose impressionistic depiction of clouds. And you can as the gate swings open, you see two what appear to be Aarakocra, except they're made out of snow. They don't speak, they just simply sort of gesture for you to come inside.
That's beautiful.
So an impressionistic rendering of clouds, like how much more impressionistic
Can you get
than what clouds already look like?
I'm trying to think of how. I don't actually have.
No,
Like,
I'm kidding.
I'm just reading what they tell me here, Cameron. I'm not in charge of these things. I'm trying to, and I don't have an art asset for you. I'm picturing it like it's sort of, it's intended to be viewed from much further away. So the shape of them are much clearer as you sort of come in for your landing, and then as you approach, it's very. I mean, the gate is also sized for a giant, right? So the perspective is basically incomprehensible for you, being a 3-foot-ish tall goblin.
Yeah.
But the gate opens, and the snow Aarakocra lead you in, where you see two air elementals. Sort of I'm trying to think of what just guarding, essentially. Here, let me see if I go like this. I'm gonna try to put you on this map.
Last time I did something, I had to like drag each person's name individually to different spots.
Yeah, it gets bad things happen, is the bottom line. Vision. Okay, if I go like this.
Excuse me.
Loading roll 20. Can you guys see the map?
Like most of it's obscured by the lighting, but yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Let's see here. Let me just see if I look at what you've got.
Oh, it's another big one.
Cameron, when you look at the map, can you like see in grayscale the inside?
I cannot.
Okay, cool. It's just a bug on my end. Perfect. Let me go like this. That's all fine. Update on token drop. Okay, yeah, so there are these air elementals there, and then you are greeted by a cloud giant. And he says, "Now, who do we have the pleasure of welcoming into our home? My name is Crisaro. I work for the Countess. Based on location alone, it's not often that we get visitors from down below."
Yeah. I'll speak in giant and I'll say we are, and I don't remember the name that we picked for ourselves.
Penn State.
We are. I don't know.
The Suicide Squad.
Sure.
No. Before we were
We had a name.
Metallica T-shirt. No, Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden T-shirt. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's the name of the album. We gotta kill you.
Oh my god, one of the best videos ever. Okay, continue, Sam. Sorry.
We are Iron Maiden T-shirt, and we are set out on a quest to help find the missing Storm King and defeat the plot of those who are attempting to de-seat him from power. And so we've come to ask for assistance because we need the use of your leader's magical conch of teleportation to get to the
As you're speaking, you are interrupted by the loud roar of pain from this dragon coming from the castle. The ground shakes underneath you as it's screaming in pain. And it stops, and you both kind of look at each other for a second. He goes, "Go on."
I say, what was up with that, yo? Minus the yo.
Well, you're not. It sounds like it is of no concern to you. You say you're here about the missing king.
Yes.
And also the dragon screaming.
I'm concerned about that, but also like if you want to know, like literally hundreds of miles from here, people are hearing this. So like at a certain point, it's a public peacekeeping like kind of thing. Like it's pretty loud.
Oh, I suspect it won't be going on for much longer.
Whoa. Cryptic.
But I am sorry if you're here because of the inconvenience.
Yeah, that's not really why we're here. It's just
Well, then good. I'll take you inside to meet the Countess. Wait here.
great.
And he turns and he walks in.
Guys, this game is so easy.
Let me go like this, just so you can see out into there's the staircase. It's a couple of minutes of the bird, the Aarakocra snow like shape things are just like staring at you. The air elementals are just standing there guarding. Nobody seems like tense or anything, right? Like it's just, but more just
Cool as a cucumber.
yeah. Cressaro eventually does come back and says, "All right, well, you may come with me." She does not have a lot of time, but maybe she can be of some assistance to you, and then we can get you, maybe put a good meal in you, and then get you on your way to whatever big goals you have in mind.
Okay.
So,
This seems a little too good to be true.
Yeah.
do you want an insight check?
Yeah.
Go for it. There's nothing like nefarious planned for you here, it seems. It's just definitely like sort of that Southern hospitality thing almost, where like you have to like, there are certain things that you have to do when people show up at your house, like, but they are definitely not excited that you are here, right? Like they're not actually excited to have new visitors. So choice that we can do as a group, I can actually lead you through the map to where you'd be going. We can just, it's like a weird thing where like with Roll20 where there always is a map, like, so it's up to you if you want to actually see the entire layout as you go through, or if you want me to just describe it to you.
You can just describe it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all, this front door here opens. And you are led down a hallway. It's actually pretty simple. You're led down a hallway. You go through a door to your left, through another hallway, down some stairs. Let me go like this, copy and paste all of you so that you're also on the new map. I also had to break this one up for obvious reasons.
Definitely making a note of the layout as we walk through.
Yep. And if we end up in a situation where you need to know layout, I will be helpful because you're making it. So it was down a hallway, left turn, down some steps. That puts you let's see. Yeah, out in this sort of, there's a room with a bunch of ballistas positioned to face out of these slits in the wall. You go through a hallway and into Countersensory's chamber, supposedly. Let me first of all get you once again on the map. Boom, and then I can open my shit. It's a shame that the maps are too big because it makes like all of my bookkeeping here like just so much slower. But that's okay. So this room, it's an opulent hall featuring like gems tile work below you, and there are murals depicting castles in the clouds, as well as cloud giants chasing like dragons riding these large bird-like creatures, and in golden like sky chariots with being pulled by griffins, all kinds of stuff. There is guarding the throne on either side of it are two life-size statues of cloud giants, one male, one female, standing at attention. And they are both wearing tall helmets with feathers, like feather plumage. Set into the floor in front of the throne is a 10-foot diameter circular hole. And it literally, like, if you look down it, you can see it's just like if you went through it, you would just fall to your death.
Is this Game of Thrones?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen that show. Standing at attention with their backs to the hole are four of those same Aarakocra snow creatures. They are alert but remain perfectly still, and they're just hanging out. They don't even make eye contact with you when you come in. Countess Sensory is at this point sitting on her throne. And she
Aarakocra, you were saying snowy, and I was imagining because there's snowy owls that they were like that, or are they physically?
No, they are made of snow.
Okay, that's weirder.
It is weirder. I'm gonna move you over to this now. Boom. This is Countess Sensory. She's wearing this mask that depicts a sad face.
Interesting.
And says, she just goes, well, I've been told that I'm supposed to be of some help to all of you. Cameron, you are so ominous looking. And then she motions for her servant to leave. The Aarakocra, they stay. But she says, please, also, you're way smaller than this. What the fuck, man? Boom. She says, well, please tell me what I can do for you. I'm glad to have visitors, but I also have business to attend to, you see. I'm sure you know that things are quite complicated in giant society
Indeed.
right now. All right, you're all in there. Can you all see the map? You can see the room.
Yeah.
Shift click. Boom. Cool. Okay. I like how you can see out the window to the key. Like if you look all the way to the right, you'll see like this is an arrow slit.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, continue.
Yeah, so we could probably make your situation a little easier. We have reason to believe that the reason why the Storm King is missing is because of a plot by his daughters to deceit him. And so we want to borrow the use of your teleportation conch so that we can enter the maelstrom and help try and figure out what's going on and restore the ordning, which would obviously be good for you guys since you'd maintain your like second spot.
Second's always better than first.
I mean, we know that all the other giant tribes are trying
that
to.
my goal here is to just simply maintain.
Well, we'll just leave things neutral. Your plans can keep going.
I mean, I know all the other giant tribes are trying to pass you guys for sure. And
And as if they have any chance of doing that.
Well, I did hear that the fire giants have had some success at finding pieces of this big, scary construct.
Ah, they're looking for the Vanendad.
Yeah, that's the one.
Wait, wasn't there something called the Vanundad Rod?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what you have.
But I'm not
Searches
telling
for
them that.
pieces of the Vanendad.
That's part of the lower half of Vanundad. It's what he uses
Yeah.
to slay the dragons.
Good work.
Nice.
And you say that they are having some success with this? How so?
Well, as far
Information
as
is the
we're
truth.
aware, they had access to an item that would allow them to search for the pieces of Vanundad and find them more easily, and they'd found some number of pieces.
May I ask how you came across this information?
Our turn to ask a question.
I'm sorry, say that again, Dan?
I'm just piping in. Obviously, Sam's the face for this
Yeah.
encounter. But she's asking so many questions, and I want to stop that dragon torture, and I hate her.
Yeah.
It's our turn to ask questions.
So, while we're on the subject of information, what's going on with this dragon that you're seemingly torturing in your castle? We heard it from hundreds of miles away.
That is an insane accusation.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Where
say
did you
torturing.
possibly get that idea? We are trying to nurse this dragon back to health.
Sorry, when I said you are torturing, I meant the
Insight
dragon
check.
is tortured. Its cries of pain can be heard for hundreds of miles around.
Insight
It's clearly
check.
not having a good time.
This tortured dragon's writing like some real dope music. And my mom came home to see me. Alright, not funny. Alright.
Dan, at the very least, she is overstating what she's doing here, right? Like, she's
Yeah.
you can't get a tell if she actually is like purposely hurting the dragon or not, but like whatever her intentions are, they are not that good spirited as just trying to nurse this dragon back to health.
What an insane.
To be honest, I think we're done here. I must say, I mean, I hate to be so forward with it, but I'm a bit hurt that you would come to my castle and accuse me of torturing a dragon.
Okay, it's kind of okay.
We're done here.
First of all,
War
Okay,
has
okay.
been that's some fire giant shit.
I just want to bring up the point that you're acting like we have no grounds. You're acting like we just walked in here with zero
you're
evidence,
saying-
and we're like, you're torturing a dragon.
What is your evidence?
We were so
Hundreds
far
of
away,
miles.
so far away, like further
It's
away.
so incredibly loud. Believe me, I know. I haven't slept in days.
Because you're probably
Like,
hurting a dragon.
but also,
I bet she's sleeping like a
we haven't had
fucking
good
baby.
experiences with chromatic dragons, so we're not necessarily
Look.
saying that this is a bad thing if it is what you're doing, which we're not saying that it is.
She does
We're
not.
just curious. Just whatever is going on with the dragon, we're just curious.
Are
Wait,
you here about the dragon, or are you here about the fire giants?
Wait, what
We're
happened to
here
all-
about going to the maelstrom.
Why can't
That's
it be
why we're
both?
here.
We want the conch.
That's why we're here.
No, we just want to use the conch. I don't need
Yeah,
to
we
keep
don't need to keep it.
Yeah,
we
we
just
don't
need
need
the
to
use
keep
of it.
I
That's
feel
the one
bad.
thing that
Did
we
she
wished from
express
you.
that?
I'm afraid that is just simply not in my best interest. I mean, both just, like I'm not exactly the biggest. I mean, I'm not saying I did anything to him. I mean, I have to be really careful with people who throw around such harsh accusations, but I'm not exactly the biggest fan of the king. And clearly, if I sent you there with my conch, you would do something insane, like accusing the princess of killing her own father, maybe. Who knows? You seem like quite the
Oh, right here.
You fucking George Bush-esque motherfucker.
Can I ask what color this dragon in your care is?
Gold, I believe.
Oh, gold's different. I just assumed it
Gold?
was chromatic, which
What
was
is-
probably very insensitive of
Gold?
me.
What is the gold standard in Faerun? All right, another bomb. All right, I'm sorry. I'm trying.
You are?
I was looking at a
Oh,
step.
yeah,
I
this is
think-
getting.
The notion that it would be that we would go and then do some willy-nilly accusation when we get there, we're gonna be totally chill and fine. Like we will not be like you're like my friend over here, mannequin number 5 says, we had plenty of fucking reason to think that you were torturing this dragon.
Give me explain to me the reasons.
The screams of pain.
The screams.
I'd just like to point out that your aide did say very ominously, "Those cries of pain won't be a problem for long."
Yeah,
Also-
because he's going to get better.
That's not what that sounds like.
Insight check.
Allow me to stress the point. Hundreds.
Dad, you've correctly read that she's not. You don't have to roll anymore. She's clearly like playing a part here. Like you
throwing
don't
her
know
out.
if
Let's
she's
say-
actually torturing.
Let's say the guy was like, "Oh, well, the dragon won't be hurt any longer. He'll be doing better." But that's not what they said. They said, "Oh, those cries of pain won't be a problem anymore."
What size is a giant? Giant?
yeah, they're pretty big.
Huge, I think.
Like I
Dan,
can't
a
grapple
giant-
her into the hole?
Dan,
I-
a giant is obviously big. A giant spider is obviously medium.
Yeah, she literally doesn't fit through the hole. See, like,
That's cheating.
she
All
made it. The specific the specifications were for a hole that she couldn't fit through.
But what about other giants bigger than her? She doesn't want to throw them out the hole? Ridiculous.
I don't know.
Look,
but anyway,
I'm willing to ignore the dragon torture thing. If
I'm
we
not
can
asking for you
use-
to ignore the dragon torture. I'm asking for you to admit that you.
So it is dragon torture.
Let me finish. Oh, I will throw you down the hole.
All right, guys, come on. Let her speak. We're guests here. We need to be polite, and we've overstepped our welcome.
I'm not asking you to ignore the dragon torture. I'm asking for you to realize that that is an insane idea and apologize.
How is it not an insane
Sorry,
idea based on
apologize
the
for the
very,
rudeness
very
of our
strenuous
words.
history between giants and dragons?
That were not chosen
Now-
carefully.
I didn't
Tony.
understand anybody there.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take a moment. Reset. Let's go. Okay. So Sam, what are you saying? And
I
then
was
we'll go.
saying that we deeply apologize for rashly choosing our words without care and offending you, who has been so kind as to allow us into your hall.
Was that rationally or rashly?
Rashly.
I like the
Um,
idea that like we rationally put together our words, but clearly reality is bullshit.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know. Cameron is now ominously like tapping his fingers together in front of the camera, like he has a scheme. Dan, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just going off. I don't even remember. I'm like television
Okay,
right now. I hate this person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was like, "How? Why would we ever do that to a dragon? You guys have been fighting dragons for fucking centuries. Obviously, you guys are enemies. Like, did that suddenly
No,
change?"
but a war crime.
Are there like conventions
Are there
to
laws
war
of
in
war?
this realm?
No.
Is there a Geneva Convention in this universe?
They actually
The
used a
the
laser
Waterdeep
gun.
Convention.
Okay, so here's the
Shields.
thing. The issue
Jeff.
here that you're gonna run into is that while me as Sean, I'm telling you that your assumption of torture is pretty good and well founded. In universe, walking up to the count of a cloud giant castle and being like, "You're torturing," like accusing them of torturing, it's not gonna go well for you, right? Like,
Yeah.
I
that is a
even wanna
claim that
bring it up.
requires evidence, right? But so does anybody else have something that they want to say to her, and then she'll respond.
Do we want to bluff and say that we did consult the oracle, which is the truth and the lie, and that it told us that she was torturing a dragon?
Why do we care so much about this dragon?
Because it's getting tortured.
It's also, I think,
I'm not
There's-
super concerned.
I
Let
feel
me
like
check
there's
my
also
alignment.
there's just a decent chance that something being tortured might have some information.
Well, we could bring up the Oracle.
A
I
dragon
don't have
could
my
be a good
alignment.
ally for us to have if we like free it.
My alignment isn't written down on this version of the character sheet.
Well, then that is the most extreme version of true neutral that you can be, in a way. But no, I mean it's whatever you want it to be. Daisy, what are your thoughts on this? Let's get Josh in here.
Honestly, I feel really small right now. Daisy's a little intimidated, to be honest. She doesn't like that hole, and
I don't give a shit about a hole.
I don't care about the dragon, to be honest. Daisy does not give a shit about the dragon. I just we came here with a goal for the conch, and I want to get the conch, or I want to use the conch.
All right.
Cameron, do you have any? I'm just going all around.
I would be at this point willing to just apologize, swallow my pride, and just try to get the conch. So I'll just say sorry, you know, maybe get on my knees and put my hands together.
Are dragons your favorite enemy?
Yeah, they are.
So like, yeah, I'm willing to say pretty much anything to just
Okay,
work
yeah.
on the conch.
So,
All right.
So yeah,
I
so
guess we smart enough to shut up.
you apologize, and
Also,
both
I
sides
lied.
know.
Giants are my favorite enemy.
Both sides clearly know that, like, it's she's forced you into a social position regardless of the actual information there, because she is she has power over you. She has leverage in that sense. All right. Well, then maybe you can make it up to me by explaining further about this Vanendad situation, and then we can work up. Damn.
Make it up to her by giving her more information.
Yeah.
For
So what we know, which we heard because fire giants roving around digging holes and such is noticeable. We heard that they are able to locate pieces of Vanendad and that they have found some number of them already, and they're working on the rest.
Yes, but my question was, where did you get, like, be more specific? What was your source on this?
Well, we heard from someone who I can't remember that there were fire giants in the mountains.
I'm trying to think of where you actually did originally hear that.
We heard it, I think, in a town.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I mean, we'll just say in Waterdeep for now. I'll go back.
Was it from the weird guy, Iron Bottom?
Oh, yeah. That's
that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone from the spy guild, the Harpers, right?
Oh, Harper's, yeah.
Yeah, someone from the Harpers told us.
You came all this way to give me a rumor from the Harpers.
No, we came all this way to ask for help with the magical conch.
This person
Okay,
is
this does bring me back to my original question.
Like, we were just talking about this because you seemed unsure about whether this was a good idea. And so we were like, I was saying, oh, well, the other tribes are working on passing you in the ordning. This is one example of how they are doing that and being somewhat successful. So maybe you would be inclined to help us on our mission to keep yourselves where you are. Because even if the Storm King is never found or is found dead, I mean, he has heirs. They're just going to take the throne and you'll be right back where you were at best. At worst, you get passed.
Something were to happen to the Storm Giant leadership as a whole.
Well,
So, if we were to, say, make the assertion that 2 of the heiresses to the Storm Giant throne are illegitimate and cause the death of
I
the
would
Storm
raise you to
King.
3.
Well, we've got information on 2, and the last one could be up to you.
A plot to
Leverage
overthrow.
over or direct control or removal.
One might argue that high treason would be a reason to revoke a birthright to the throne, and that could leave, room for other potential
So you're
outcomes.
saying you are planning on accusing her of treason?
Well,
one?
we're not going to do it so, stupidly as to just
Fair
walk
enough.
in there
This was
and
just a
do it.
practice run. This was just a practice run.
This was a practice run that we very much needed. But so the plan is to go to the Maelstrom and try and find out as much more information as we can, and eventually make our move.
I'm just not done with the Maelstrom, personally.
What was that?
Sorry, go on.
I don't. Okay. But
okay, so your plan is. Wait, I'm sorry. When you go to the Maelstrom, what actually happens? What do you do? What is your plan there?
well, we've never been there, and we don't know entirely what we're gonna find when we get there. So perhaps you could help us with that a little bit, and maybe if you give us some advice that might help your case in advancing your status.
I guess my question then is, what is there beyond you having whatever information that you're clearly withholding here? In this interaction, what do you have to help protect me and my place in the ordning that I do not? What can you do that I can't?
You can deliver us, and you can take the credit for our actions. If the Cloud Giants deliver...
Thus far, I would not want to take credit for your actions.
Oh, I don't want to take credit for yours either, you fucking monster.
I am going to murder Dan through the internet with this NPC. I love it.
Oh.
I feel like you're holding something back that you're not telling me here, because it doesn't. I don't understand what power you have that you could actually influence anything about the ordning.
I guess the reason why what we have to say is so meaningful is because we actually went to the Temple of the Allfather and we communed with the Oracle, and that's how we got this information.
And is that where you got the information about the fire giants?
Yes.
Well done. You did it, Sam. Okay, and so let me make it clear I am considering letting you use my conch. But you're going to have to tell me what else you found out at the Oracle.
Okay.
It is incredibly... I'm trying to think of the word. Out of the ordinary to allow small folk to use your conch and go to the Maelstrom.
Certainly,
it is incredibly out of the ordinary to allow even lesser giants to do so.
So what we do know is that there's certainly foul play of some sort afoot with this whole missing Storm King. We know that it has something to do with his daughters. We know that they are in league with at least one ancient dragon as part of this plot, which is significant because that says to me that whatever this plot is, it's not good for giant kind as a whole.
Hold on, can you wait a second? And then she snaps her fingers, and that same servant guy comes in. She's like, "I'm gonna need a notebook to write all of this down."
A notebook would have been a good thing to bring to the oracle.
And he goes and retrieves it, and then she goes, "Okay, continue." And she's like
Once she has
rapidly
all her
scribbling, but like
information, she's
she
gonna throw
like
us out the
isn't
hole.
still making eye contact with you, but it's just like writing as you talk.
Once she has all the information, she's gonna throw us out the hole.
Well, if the other thing is that, if a cloud giant were to just go to the maelstrom and try and, interrupt with this plot, they're gonna be onto you right away, right? But
Yeah, they don't like me very much there. That's true.
But a bunch of small folk that have, outsiders, they're not gonna know what to expect from us.
We're wild cards.
We're wild cards, and that makes us important to being able to resolve this in a way that's good for everyone.
Okay, so at this point, I am going to call for just a persuasion check in general, Sam. Just
Okay.
let's just see where we're actually at.
Okay.
Okay.
You gotta give.
How? Okay.
You gotta
she
give
says-
some information to get help. I mean, you can't just hide everything. And
Yes. All right. Fair enough. My turn then. What are your questions? If you ask about the dragon, I swear to God.
yeah, let's
Could have been on that.
It's not.
But I will at least admit that there is certainly potential in this working relationship here.
I guess our question would be like, what is your plan then? Because I guess from the sounds of it, you guys are trying to
Torture a
assume
dragon.
the throne. You're trying to surpass the storm giants in status. Is that the plan?
Yes, I've been spearheading a program, and now don't get all antsy when I say this, but to find an ancient trove of dragon magic.
Wow. Interesting. And
I think you all actually already did know that, and I suspect. I mean, the torture thing was a reasonable guess anyway, but I suspect subconsciously, it all adds. But it all adds up, right? But yeah, unfortunately, I've completely unsuccessful. I have these maps that were made by my ancestors, but none of the landmarks. It seems that small folk build and destroy their own cities at a much more rapid rate than us giants, and so none of the landmarks seem to even be there anymore. It makes my job quite difficult.
How long
So
do giants live? I'm sorry.
Not like all that long. I mean longer, but let's just see. It might be different for different kinds of giants too.
I know we're not supposed to bring up the dragon.
Between 300 and 400.
God, but I love to be a giant.
I know we're not supposed to bring up the dragon, but if we asked about this dragon in your care is clearly hurt, they must be shell shocked. Maybe fresh faces would be able to get some information on this dragon magic stronghold from it. Is that something we want to ask about? Talking
You
to
can
the
certainly
dragon?
try. I will tell you, she's intelligent enough to know to unless you really well on the deception check, right? It is risky, but you can certainly try that.
Well, I mean,
so I guess what I would be interested to know is all the giant tribes are trying to find these powerful artifacts or sources of magic or what have you.
Yeah.
How does that get to the end goal? Is it just going to be a war between all the giant tribes, the winner of which is now the ruler, or is there some sort of way in your culture of sort of change being possible?
Well, bless you, Danny. Well, hopefully it doesn't come to all out war. That would be just horrible, horrible. But usually, I mean, based on the stories we have from the previous setting of the Ordning, the giant gods decided this structure based on the power of the individual kinds of giants, what they're, and power doesn't necessarily mean strength, of course. It means resources, it means connections, it means usefulness towards furthering giant goals.
And
hence why in the eyes of the giant deities, the enemies of the giants are the dragons, and that is why you find me searching for a dragon trove of magic, and that is why you find the fire giants searching for a literal dragon killer. It's all about perspective, and the most important perspective is the perspective of the gods.
So, all right, next question. As we understand it, the Maelstrom is primarily the domain of the storm giants, and it's like the capital of giant culture. And from what it sounds like from your words, not many non-storm giants go there at all.
Yeah, I try to limit my visits to once a year, if not less.
So, isn't it arguable that the most powerful sort of connection and resource that exists is the Maelstrom? Like, isn't that sort of central point more useful than any weapon or artifact or what have you?
I'm listening, yeah.
So, whoever controls the Maelstrom could very well control the head of the Ordning.
That makes sense to me. Yeah, I'm right there with you. The question is, I mean, how do you get control of the Maelstrom? I mean, the storm giants are very exclusive, and very clever, even though it pains me to admit it.
Wouldn't potentially exposing a treasonous plot to overthrow their king cause some serious discord among them potentially?
I mean, almost certainly. Yeah. But
chaos like that is a great opportunity to climb.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree. I agree.
So if we can go there and help, expose this plot, who knows what happens after that? And certainly being the ones to help us there can't hurt your case. The storm gods probably don't.
Say that last thing again. Say the last thing again.
The storm gods probably don't, or not the storm gods. The giant gods probably don't see too kindly to, treacherous uprooting of the order that they have established. So perhaps if you help to stop the plot, then maybe they will, grant you with favor.
See, I believe the exact opposite. I think all this treachery and all this upheaval is a sign that the gods are not happy with the current status quo. And working to reestablish that would.
Is it really the work of the gods when giants are teaming up with ancient dragons to cause mayhem?
That is an interesting question. Dan's gonna die.
That was like our last bit of information. I hate this woman.
Fuck. What was she gonna say? Oh, she was saying, in a way, couldn't you view everything or nothing as the work of the gods?
I guess, but it's probably something in between, wouldn't you think?
Yeah. Well,
And so you also said that your attempts to find this dragon grove have not been going great, right?
No.
the longer you spend struggling with that, the greater the chance that one of the other tribes achieves their goals first.
See, this is where
I'm just throwing it out there.
my information comes in, because it turns out the information I have slightly contradicts yours. I have heard that the fire giants have lost their artifact that helps them find the Von and Dodd. And I have heard that the frost giants have been turned away everywhere in their search for the Ring of Winter. It seems we're all struggling.
It's just a matter of your tolerable level of risk. There's definitely a lot more to lose by waiting, potentially. Like, if we go with our plan, right? You either seize the opportunity and you end up on top by helping us, or
I do have to, as Sean cut in here, that there is the genuine possibility that if, like, in terms of giant culture, that if she lets you use her conch and you go and you cause more problems and things fall apart, that could destroy her place in the ordning. So there is still risk for her on that from her perspective. I just wanted to clarify that as Sean for you. That's right. Where her debate is.
What if we promise that we won't necessarily out you as the one who sent us here unless it reflects favorably upon you, and otherwise we'll just like either lie or I don't know if they can tell immediately which conch brought you there.
They would know.
I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
Everybody else in the room.
Do you guys have anything to say? Because I'm just like coming up with random ideas.
Honestly, my Roll20 crashed in the middle of that, so I didn't miss like a chunk of that conversation.
Dan, you seem like you have.
Dan just wants to attack her.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to know
giants
the size of the amount of castle we've walked through and like think about how many giants could actually physically be in here. I know that my cube of force can block that hole in the ground if we're worried about falling through. I just want to, I don't know. But constructively, it's hard to focus much on that right now.
I mean,
I have different goals right now than the party. I think.
Well, what are your goals? I mean, your goal is to you want to help the dragon, right? That's what you mean, yeah.
I don't like the Cloud Giant Countess, and I sympathize for this dragon because I don't know of it doing any wrong. I don't know.
Are we trying to free a dragon? No, I don't know. See, the issue is I also want to free the dragon, but that sounds terrifying.
These are also the only giants that haven't attacked us on sight.
So
if we blow up, if we mess up this chance, who knows how hard it'll be to get access to a conch.
Do we even need to go to the Maelstrom? We already have all this information on the Kraken cult or whatever, the dragon that's involved with them. We already know the two princes. What is our plan in the Maelstrom?
Well,
we don't
the
have
reason why we need to go there. The reason why we need to go there is because the Oracle can't determine where the Storm King is. It's like obscured from divination.
Right, but
so the idea.
Does that mean that they're in the Maelstrom? And did we also rule out that it was not because they're in the Maelstrom? I don't remember that in particular, but I know that it doesn't define the Maelstrom.
I think we know that the daughters are in the Maelstrom, and that was like our best lead because we don't know where anything else is. That was why we were planning on it.
Didn't we know where the Kraken cult was last seen? I don't know. I feel like we can't actually do much in the Maelstrom. Like, we can go up to those two high-ranking daughters, the ones right below the one in charge of all giants, and be like, you're traitors. And then I don't know what to do from there.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what else we would do.
I think we should find the Kraken cult, and, like, those are manageable enemies. They're humans. They're not dragons or giants. And we can just, like, fight our way through there, gather more evidence. And
did we asked something about the location of the Kraken cult, but I can't remember what the answer was. Sean's got it.
Sean's dead.
Sean's dead.
Oh.
All right, I'm back. Hello.
Oh shit, the kid's here.
Sean, do you remember what the answer was when we asked, like, where's the last location that the Kraken cult was like seen active? Or did the Oracle say that she didn't know because they're not giants?
Yeah, the Oracle didn't know because they're not giants.
Yeah. So,
Clarification though, it was confirmed that King Hecaton is not in the Maelstrom. The daughters are.
yes.
Okay.
At this point, hold on, let me grab the token.
Probably should have talked about this more before we went up here.
We live and
Yeah.
we learn. We live and we learn.
We're living
Like,
on the seat of our pants. Is that how that saying goes?
Flying by the seat of your pants.
There
Damn
it is.
Thank you, Cameron.
Another giant walks in, and you can tell immediately by just looking that this is the Countess's younger brother. And he walks in and he starts to, he's like, as if he's about to like just tell her something at the hand. And then he goes, "Oh, we have guests. How nice. I do hope, sister, that you're being kind to them."
So kind.
Some
What
kind of.
what whoops, can we do for all of you?
Conch.
And yeah, the Countess is like, they would like to use our conch to go to the Maelstrom. And you can tell that she's like, it's not like super negative, but like she's still very like, she's considering it, right? And he goes, "Well, what would the reasoning be not to? Are they, I mean, assuming they're here to help us, right? I mean, if not, we'll just throw them down the hole."
Ha ha
I like this
You can
guy.
try.
Finally, someone with some reason around here.
I'm with this guy.
I am, and at this point he'll go, "My name is it's nice to meet all of you."
Good to meet you too. We are Iron Maiden T-shirt.
What a name! What a name!
Hey.
So, and he goes, "All right, so fill me in. What did I miss? So you want to go to the Maelstrom, and yeah, you fill him in all the way, and
Conversation
he,
happens again.
yeah, the conversation happens again, and he will simply go, "To be honest, sister, I don't see why not."
Finally.
And she goes, "Thulin, the last time I listened to your advice, we took in to our home a screaming dragon."
Oh, that sounds like an interesting story. Can you tell us more about that?
Well, how often does lightning strike twice?
I'm not so keen on listening to your advice right now.
His name's
Damn.
Stalin?
Everybody's type it. I'll type it. Thulin.
Okay.
And he just has a generic art, doesn't he? Yeah. And that's where she goes, and she's like, "And I understand that you didn't expect us to have guests, but that doesn't mean that is why we wear our masks at all times."
Hey.
I didn't even realize what was happening there for a second. He says, "So why don't you go take care of that, and then later on we can discuss what we're going to do with these small folk." And he walks away.
If you need help with your dragon issue that we don't really fully understand, maybe we could be of assistance.
I would love that.
I'll back that up. You know.
How do you how can you help?
Well, we don't know what the issue is or why, like what you're trying to do, you know? So we don't know.
There's a piece of mithril stuck deep inside of this young golden dragon.
How did it get there?
We don't know.
Insight.
Go for it.
All right. Sorry, I always close my character sheet so I can see the map.
They know. They know how it got there. Right? What was I gonna say? She says, "Yeah, it's and every attempt that any of us do to try to get it out causes it so much pain, and for it to writhe so much that we can't safely get it out."
Is it gonna like knock the castle out of the sky or something?
I didn't know about that, but I personally wouldn't want my. It's a bit like a hurt animal. It is acting completely on instinct, and every time we step up to try to remove it, it would attack us if we weren't restraining it.
Look, you chose the right crew. We're here to help.
We didn't, believe me, I didn't choose anything here.
You chose
I'm curious. Why is this piece of metal so hard to remove? What kind of piece of metal is this?
Mithril is very valuable and powerful, right?
Yeah.
They have that in Lord of the Rings.
What
And
do you need the
RuneScape.
mithril for?
I don't need the mithril for anything. I'm just trying to get this dragon to stop screaming so I can get some sleep.
That is the most ridiculous thing anyone's ever said.
What do you mean?
I mean, there are ways of getting silence that I'm sure you have access to.
Earplugs.
Now
Third level spell.
Earplugs for the sound that can be heard from hundreds of miles away.
Well, I assume the
spell
mithril inside of it
silence.
is painful in general.
And you care so much about this dragon.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't understand what's happening here. When you first came in, you were accusing me of torturing the dragon. Now when I talk about how I'm trying to help the dragon, you're like, wow, what a loser.
No. I didn't say you
so
were.
mysterious.
I didn't say you were a loser. I said you. I was implying that you probably had an ulterior motive, and that doesn't make you a loser.
No ulterior motives. No.
You could be a winner. You
Your
could be
motive.
you could be the biggest
Oh,
winner out of all the winners.
I guess I'm mostly just confused as to why.
All right, I'll send you. She says, "I'll send you all to the maelstrom. I'll let you use the conch, but that the mechanical creature's got to go to the hole,
No,
and the snow creatures
don't be like
start walking
that.
towards you."
Oh, wait. Can I
I
give
will
him
not.
my
Oh, go ahead.
quiver to remember me by?
Wait, say that again.
Can I give him my quiver off my back to remember me by in his last moments?
Yes.
Comfort?
Yes.
All right.
The Aarakocra snow creatures are walking menacingly towards you, Mannequin.
I say I object.
Wait, hold on. You guys will probably know from me taking my broom out of it all the time that that's a magic quiver, in which is my broom of flying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you hand Mannequin the quiver. Mannequin,
Yeah.
I think you pick up what he's putting down.
Yeah. So
And you let them do it.
Well, but then if she sends us to the maelstrom, like mannequin number 5 is not here.
I don't even want to go to the maelstrom. I want to go to the dragon and be like, oh, maybe we can fix the mithril thing, and then just ride the dragon out of here and kill them all. That's just me.
I'm trying to figure out if I would be able. All right,
Okay.
you know what? Yeah, no, I just let him grab me. I let him grab me. I let him grab me.
I very
helping the dragon plan.
Just let him grab me. Let him throw me down.
Okay, I won't fight it
During this
that hard.
promotion, I'd maybe consult with Tony a little bit and try and plan something.
Throw me.
So
Like-
why can't we just take the conch outside and be like, okay, we're just gonna stock up very quickly at a town, and then go use the conch. Like, is she gonna make us do it right now? Maybe.
She probably has to use
Not right now, but absolutely in her presence.
Okay.
I just want to very simply say, I'm not going to fight it that hard. I just want to say, hey, please ignore my friend. I know you got a little out of hand, but you know.
Classic.
Do we think that we
Goblin.
could?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Dan.
Do we think that if Josh casts invisibility, she would recognize that as casting invisibility on Mannequin rather than saying a prayer for him right over the hole he was just cast out of? And then when he's invisible, he can fly back in and be with us when we use the conch?
I think I have to touch for invisibility.
Does the
Yeah.
conch like open up a portal?
You don't know.
Yeah, I would have to touch Danny to make him invisible. So I feel like
Because if
I
it's like
stand
we
by
have to
my-
be touching, then that's
is-
rough. But
This
if it's
is
a
carnage,
portal,
this is chaos.
but if it's a portal, I could just position myself under the hole and then right when it opens, just fly back up at the lightning speed of 50 feet for 6 seconds.
Okay,
I feel like
okay,
that's actually
Cameron,
kinda
make a persuasion check for me for what you said. Let's do that. In the hole.
Oh
I'm pretty sure
Me
50
too?
feet per second is like
Alright.
5 miles an hour.
no! All right, how about what if we try and deal with this mithril problem in exchange for our mannequin friend's life?
That's a good one. Thank you, Sam.
Here's what I suggest. Clearly, you all need to get your act together, so to speak.
We very much do.
the ones disagreeing
With all this new information, as do I. I will give you a place to rest for the evening here. You can come up with your own plan. I'll come up with my own. And then in the morning, we can try to set some terms that are reasonable for all of us.
Yeah, I am
Sounds good.
tired.
That almost sounds too good to be true.
Wait, with throwing mannequin number 5 through the hole or no?
Yeah, we throw him in the morning, depending on how the conversation goes.
Yeah, yeah, you know what? No, but you're on thin fucking ice.
I'm but a
Unfair enough?
inanimate object. And I'd
Cool.
freeze.
In that case, snaps her finger and her servant comes literally Sunsy's like running down the hallway, turns the corner and yes. Take them to the guest room, please.
Oh, boy.
And he will take you. Here, I'm gonna go like this so that the whole thing like shows up map wise for you. You'll see what I'm doing in a second. Oh, Breeze is still large. That's funny.
I'm not even insight checking her about this morning plan because I know she's pulling some shit.
She is. You don't even have to roll.
Yeah. I hate her. She's the worst.
We'll talk about it when we get to the guest room.
You know, the big question is, is Mannequin 5 even alive? Like, do we care if Mannequin number 5?
Do we care about the dragon? Do we care about our party member? Do we care about our morals? Is anything even real?
Yeah. So let's see. You're in this room now. It's right there. It's very close. How nice, right? Like,
Very
I'll leave
convenient.
that. Okay. So let's take a moment here and discuss both kind of in the like narrative sense of like what the characters think, but also like in a meta sense, what is our goal here as players? What do we want to happen? I think at this point it's clear that she is not going to just let you use her conch very easily, right? This encounter is designed to push these morals, right? And those kinds of things. So as players, what do we want to have happen? And then let's let that inform what the characters want to have happen.
So, like, are we trying to team up? Or are we, like, I guess that's what it comes down to. Because if she's not willing to give it up so easily, then...
Yeah. Maybe the dragons are better allies than the giants if they're such assholes.
I could see a metallic dragon being on our side, even if it's against a chromatic dragon. That's
Yes.
just my opinion. Okay.
That's
So-
that's a pretty valid way of looking at it.
So
It's not
I
a
would
hard
be
and fast
willing-
rule, but it's likely.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, we could do all we want and help the Giants fix their ordering issues, but what does that really accomplish for us anyway?
Yeah, like what's our motivation here? I think I've lost track of that personally. Like, why do we care so much about the Giants? Like, mostly it was that they were messing with our villages, and we kind of already solved that.
Yeah, I would agree.
So
We could-
I'm pretty impartial when it comes to like the Giants and their ordering and all that those games they're playing.
Let me clarify also that like at this point, because there is, especially when I'm running like a book, like a pre-written module, I think there is like a pressure as a player to like kind of just go with it because like that's the adventure. That is not the case here. You're questioning of like what is our motivation to actually help these entities is completely valid and within the scope of the adventure.
Sweet. That's
The
good to
point
know.
here is to point out that the Giants are terrible.
So,
So-
here's what I'm thinking.
Fuck
Can I give a suggestion?
Yeah.
Each of these giants is searching for some really rare and powerful thing. I'd be down to go find some rare and powerful things and just sort of scoop it up first. So, like, they're probably torturing this or trying to do something with this dragon to get towards the magical dragon magic thing. So maybe we help the dragon and maybe get some cool dragon magic along the way and say fuck these guys that are being jerks.
Of course. My only motivation with finding the Storm King is to get these giants to calm the fuck down and leave the small folk alone because I'm small folk.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So I think it's very clear from my perspective that I am down to help the giants. I mean the dragon, the metallic dragon.
The metallic dragon, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not opposed at
I
this
almost am on that team just because I feel like the dragons might be more reliable allies.
Mhm.
It seems like at every turn the Giants aren't the biggest fans.
point. The Giants are
Of
being
small
power
folk.
greedy. They're not really being super rational.
And yeah, they seem very tribal. Like they don't seem to really want
Yeah,
outsiders.
even if we're on the good side of the fire giants, that makes us enemies of the ice and the frost giants. It's
Yeah.
maddening.
Yeah, and they clearly already knew a lot of the information that we told them because, like, I didn't tell them the fact that we stopped the fire giants from doing what they were trying to do, but they already
But they
knew
do
that.
not know. One thing that they do not know is that we did that to the fire giants, or at least
Well,
they didn't say that.
I
or
intentionally
indicate it.
didn't say anything about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, thank you. So,
So,
I-
but
if
if they
we-
knew that, if they might like assume that we're going to try and stop them too,
yeah, and try to take those things from us.
right?
Um,
Although
so-
they physically could not because, well,
Right.
they could maybe take the staff, but they can't take the arm.
so as a team of players, are we pro metallic dragon?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
feel like at this point.
Yeah, I'm down to help
Okay.
the dragon.
So then our goal would become: how do we help this dragon?
Now
Right.
that becomes a difficult question.
Yeah, and also we need to say: are we consistent with our opinions as players as our roles as in character? For me, that's a yes because I forgot what my alignment was, but I know that it at least was not evil.
Definitely wasn't
So if
evil. I
it's-
thought it was
Yeah.
it was good.
It was either good or neutral, and good would mean that I would be opposed to this, and neutral means that I would follow my own things, and as a
Yeah.
player at least, that would mean I'm opposed to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I'd
even
say-
most neutral characters, like when faced with the idea of like something so extreme as like torture, right? Like it isn't really a question of like, are you good? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's so far out of that boundary
Yeah,
that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote neutral evil on my character sheet, but I don't really think that's like accurate. I feel like I'm like more neutral, like
Just
actually neutral.
Neutral, true neutral, yeah.
So, like, I don't like the idea of torture, and I think my character would kind of be inclined to do whatever's like best for themselves. But in this case, I don't even know if helping the giants is that.
Right.
So I'm with you.
All right, so as players and characters, we are pro metallic dragon, so now we just need to figure out over the course of this night how we're going to, I believe our goal would be to remove the dragon from this situation.
Yeah.
This area.
The best. I mean, are we trying to get it with us off the floating castle? Because getting off the floating castle alive is probably going to be the biggest hard part.
If the dragon is in good enough shape to fly, that may be easier. If not, then that would be very hard, and we would, at that point, have to fight like 2 cloud giant vampires and all their servants of varying races, which we would probably not win, even with the wounded metallic dragon.
I'm imagining this dragon's not going to be in good shape if it's been tortured for days.
Yeah. I'm hoping at best for it being able to glide out of the tower.
What we could maybe do is if we want to do something in the middle of the night, if like you guys just leave and I could maybe stealthily like convert the dragon into gaseous form and we just like float on out, but they probably have guards on the dragon, so that's like risky.
I mean, can they dispel your gaseous form, you think?
Maybe.
I would think cloud giants would have more access to magic than any of the other kinds.
Nemo can tell you that is absolutely true. They are actually straight up wizards.
Okay, good to know. Wizards are weak to
I would have to either do it without them noticing or just like act really fast and get out. But that's tough because I only get 2 real spells a day, one of which would be the gaseous form. I
could make a very reliable distraction, in my opinion, because I have the Broom of Flying and the Cube of Force, so I'll be safe from spell and physical attacks if I set the Cube of Force high enough, and I can just zip around and cause mayhem. That's an option.
That could work, because I can fly the gaseous form, assuming the dragon is like able to stay conscious, they'll be able to manage getting off the tower.
Sean, I'd like to make a perception check to see if anybody's eavesdropping.
Yeah, go for it.
They definitely are, and I hate them. But they'll only get to know part of this because a lot of it was out of character.
Yeah. I'm with you. So you actually, so you can't. You're like trying to look like under. There's these 2 doors here, and you probably actually, if you just open up this door, if I just go, it's actually just storage back here.
Okay.
In the room back here. As you're doing that though, you hear the footsteps of a giant walking towards your room. There was nobody immediately outside, and then a knock at the door.
Yes.
We didn't get ready for bed yet, right? Am I still in my armor?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Yeah, it hasn't. It honestly it's like to the point where, because you did travel for most of the day and stuff, so it's probably like pretty late in the evening, maybe like 10 o'clock ish or something now. So probably right around when you would be starting to. And it is Thalin, and he says, "May I please come in? Quickly. I don't want anybody to see."
All right, come in.
And he comes in and he says, I'm just putting him over here for the sake of space. He says, "We need to get this dragon out of here."
Okay.
Insight check. Never trust a cloud giant. But like I trust him though.
This
yeah, no, absolutely. 100% telling the truth here. He says, My sister has been torturing him to try to get information about this dragon trove for a while.
I never would have
now.
believed that she was torturing him. She
A
said
couple,
that was
yeah,
who would have thought?
a couple weeks now until, I mean, depends on your perspective. Fortunately or unfortunately, something, this situation happened where she heard it so badly, and now it's been screaming. and I guess that's partially what drew you here. But I know for a fact that Felgos is the name of the dragon,
Any?
has no information. I think
'Cause he
she
doesn't-
knows that he has no information. I don't think she cares. I can't act by myself. She would just murder me on the spot. Like, no qualms about it whatsoever. She's heartless, soulless.
Can you type the Countess's name in here? I'm gonna need that.
Oh yeah, Countess Sensory
Dag nabbit.
Oh
and-
yes, yes. Thank you.
and Felgos is the name of the dragon.
Thank you.
She doesn't even like, and he will like. At this point, he's
Big
like, he has literally never been interacted with anybody that he can talk about this stuff before. So he will keep rambling about how terrible she is. Like he's talking about like how like he has to like watch her kids all the time, even because she's so focused on trying to find this dragon trove. Like she doesn't interact with them at all. He has to take care of everything. She's incredibly cruel to the staff. Like he's just random. He's essentially the equivalent of like maybe late teens. Like kind of thing. So like
Okay.
an adult, but emotionally still pretty immature. And so he will
Right.
just keep ranting until you jump in.
I mean, all of that's information to me, so I won't stop him anytime soon. Up to you guys.
I'm just listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, if that's the basic gist of it, then yeah, we can move on.
Yeah. So so the main thing is her kids, she doesn't interact with them. She knows that the dragon doesn't have any information. She doesn't care. She's just angry and is lashing out at this point. She treats the staff particularly poorly, but the way that the giant ordning works, they have no choice but to take it.
Cloud giant Karen.
Yeah. So a thing that you would all know about Cloud Giant culture, and definitely makes sense based on the room that you're just in, is that a lot of their power comes from wealth. And so she basically the most evil thing that you can do in Cloud Giant culture is steal from somebody, and he believes that she has like, even though she obviously has so much more money than all of these other giants in this castle, she will like at night send somebody to go and take just a couple of their gems, like kind of thing. Those kinds of things. Yes. That's about it as far as, unless there's something that you think would be like super relevant.
Okay. Yeah.
Can
No.
you? So I'm assuming the room with the dragon is well guarded.
Oh yes, the griffins guarded at night.
Oh, the Griffins? Fuck the Griffins.
Would you be
That's
able to
fine.
like order them to, take a hike for a few minutes?
They only listen to her.
That's
She's
fine.
The problem is she's very smart.
I'm sorry to be presumptuous, but and I don't mean any offense, are you and she vampires?
No. That's just the art is weird.
Okay.
It does.
Cool,
They do
cool.
look like that though. It's funny.
All right.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
If the only line of defense is a bunch of griffins,
Well,
can-
if any of the griffins manage to get out of the room and alert the entire castle, then we will all die in a matter of minutes. They're
are
well
the-
trained.
How many entrances are there to the room, and how large are the entrances?
One, and the entrance is.
giant.
I mean, it's large enough for that, but it's like a giant sized double doors.
Okay, so
But there's only one way into the room where the dragon is. It's
I have
actually
15
you're alarmingly close. It's down the hall. If you kept going down this hallway down to the bottom, through that door is the way over there.
Sam, you can produce a globe of invulnerability, right?
I can.
What's the radius on that?
10 foot.
Okay, so we've got a 15-foot cube and a 10-foot radius globe, so that's 20-foot diameter, which is nice. This single door looks like it's 10 feet wide. So if a griffin is more than 5 feet wide, then it couldn't get through those double doors, based on my math.
So the globe of invulnerability
feet.
is different. Globe that stops spells. I can
That's-
also create wall of force which stops physical objects.
Okay.
And the wall
that
of
has
force,
a much larger thing, right?
the wall of force can be a lot bigger. It's 10 by 10 foot panels.
That's perfect. So we could block the only entrance to this room so the griffins can't escape.
Right.
Then we would need to kill them all and get the dragon out through that one exit of the room. Can we ask if Thulin and the dragon would fit through the hole in this main chamber?
I guess they could probably squeeze, yeah.
I could
Okay.
make one person into a gaseous form to help fit through stuff, but not two.
That would probably be Thulin then, because I don't think he has any method of flight unless he says he does.
He does. He has a million methods of flight. Hold on, let me get
That's
the list.
awesome. Okay.
So he has fly. He has
Could we just like smash and widen the hole? Does anyone have like stone shaping abilities or something like that?
he has feather fall. He has a bunch of stuff.
I have
Well, you can catch
Mulverse,
fly.
but that's
Here
only
has
5
stone
feet.
shape. I can use stone shape.
So you can make the hole wide enough for Thulin to get through, and then Thulin, can you cast? Well,
He can't cast it at a higher level, unfortunately. It's like an inherent like racial ability.
Okay. But the dragon, if not able to fly, someone could cast Featherfall on it at the very least.
I could make it into a gaseous form where it can slowly float around.
I don't mean to like commandeer this. Does anybody else have any other suggestions on what to do?
I like this plan. I'm trying to think if there's anything else useful.
I could make the dragon invisible.
Nice.
If it can move on its own and fly on its own, that would probably be better than gaseous form, because gaseous form, it'll move slowly.
Okay. Yeah, Thulin, is the dragon in good enough shape to move?
Yeah, for sure it would. I mean, it wouldn't be fast, but it can. We wouldn't need to carry it or anything. I don't know about flying, but
Okay. We can manage without.
It could definitely make it from here to that hole, no problem.
Awesome. All right. So, is this our plan?
I think so.
Should we go for it now?
We should do it before the morning.
Oh yeah, you mean like in game? I was gonna say it is 9:45. So the choice is
Yeah.
we can stop here or we can go for it, because technically, if you pull this off without a hitch, we could be done with it in 5 minutes.
I'm sure there will be no
with
hitches.
2 dice rolls. If it goes wrong, then we go. But so
Maybe if
I
it
would
goes wrong,
say
there
maybe
can be a
just hold
cliffhanger.
off. Yeah, let's hold off and see what happens next session. And either you successfully get out, or no. I mean, that was a very dumb thing to say, but I had other information that I can't give you.
We're wrapping.
So I know that ended up being a bit frustrating, but I think end game wise, it's good that now like the meat of the adventure, in my opinion, is if you discovered if you figure out that like upholding and fixing this giant situation is not necessarily in your best interest. I was actually saying to Danny the other day, I was like, technically this adventure could be over in like 3 sessions if you guys are just like, yeah, status quo rocks, right? But this is the much more fun and a little bit longer way. So very exciting. Well done, everybody.
Thank you, Sean.
Sean.